I've been busy, man. I got to be honest with you. I've been busy trying to learn how to finesse life. If you ain't trying to figure out how to finesse life and you letting life finesse you, hey, can you shut that door, baby? Because them kids ain't shit. I didn't say that. I didn't say the kids wasn't shit. If I did, I didn't mean to. But I've been trying to learn how to finesse life, man. I've been busting my ass over the last year, going to school at the University of Tampa, learning some things, man. I never saw myself going to grad school. Nope. I never saw that going down. I thought I was done. I thought I was done going to school until the VA was like, hey, we'll pay you a check if you take your black ass back to school. And I'm like, oh, really? Cool. How big is that check? And then they told me the size of the check that I would be getting. So I was like, yeah, I could do that for a year. That's cool. So it was a win-win for me. I got my degree and they paid me each month to go. Shouts out to the VA Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment Program. If you're a veteran and you have a service-connected disability, at a certain rating, if I remember correct, I want to say it's like 20%. You gotta have at least 20% of a disability. You may be entitled to vocational rehabilitation and employment services through the VA. So if you're watching this and you don't know that, get your goofy ass on to Google and Google this vocational readiness. I said it wrong. It's called Vocational Readiness and Employment Program, VR&E. A lot of good benefits to that program, man. So they helped me out. I'm really thankful for it. I'm an Army vet with some things that I still, suffer with from my time in the military and my time in Iraq. So I figure that's the least that they could do for me is help me to rehabilitate myself. You know what I mean? I'm originally from a place called Florence, South Carolina. My grandmother raised me and my sister, and I joined the Army when I was 18 because I got tired of putting up with her shit. All right. But I didn't know that as soon as I got done putting up with my grandma's shit and I joined the Army, I didn't know I was going to have to put up with more shit. And that's exactly what happened. My first time on the airplane, I was 18 years old, and the Army gave me a first class ticket to Iraq for free. I didn't have to pay for shit. Put me on the front of the plane too. I spent 12 months in Iraq the first time, and then 15 months the second time. So I'm a little off. Needless to say, I smoke a lot of kush to deal with some things. But I'm very productive. I don't live up to the stigma or the stereotype of, oh, he's a pothead, so he must be a loser. No, I'm actually pretty productive. I managed to write a book, which I self-published. It's on Amazon.com. It's called Happy Birthday, I Want a Divorce. It's based on a true story. Loosely based on a true story, because I took some things and I exaggerated some things. I twist some things around. I made it a better story. You know what I'm saying? Made it a better story. So, but I managed to write the entire book, and I also got my bachelor's degree and a bunch of other things under the influence of cannabis. So I don't live up to the stereotype. It actually helps me. It helps me to calm down and relax a little bit. You know what I mean? Once again, if you're a veteran out there and you kind of struggling with some things, and you've been on the fence about whether you should partake in some medical herb, I'll be an advocate for you and say yes, man. Hey, give it a shot. You know, it could be life-changing. But low and slow. That's how I say. Start low and slow. You know what I mean? I spent some time in South Korea when I was in the Army. I spent about 2.5 years in Korea, and I gotta be honest with you, it probably was like one of the lowest points of my life. Here's the reason why. It was like a bittersweet. Is that my hand? Ooh, damn. Shit. All right. These are working hands right here. Look, look at how. Ooh, shit. Let's not do that no more. Cause damn, I didn't know my hands were that goddamn ashy. I work. You know, I work. I do some things physically with my hands. I'm not gonna say what I do because the feds are watching. And I'm not saying that it's illegal. Hey, I'm not saying that either. But let's just say I use my hands. Anyway, fuck was I saying? I spent some time in South Korea. I was going through a dark time in my life because, you know, me and my ex became exes. All right. And after we became exes, I started. Don't judge me. Don't judge me on how I say this. So I'm gonna just say it. Don't judge me on how I say this. I'm just going to say it because it's the truth. It's who I was. It's not who I am now. It's who I was then. I've given my life to God now, but I was dating about 3 married women. Yeah, three married women when I was in South Korea. I know. You looking at me right now, and in your heart, you already judging me as a person. But first of all, I was coping with pain, and they were willing to help me cope. Okay, that's exact. They were going through things in their life too. I'm just keeping it real. I'm being transparent with you. Okay, it wasn't like I just came up and like, hey, let's fuck up your marriage. No. First of all, they came to me, you know, because I mean, look at me. Anyway, there's nothing to laugh about. It's kind of fucked up that I would be attracted like that. I don't want people to be attracted to me like that. But anyway, one of the wives that I was dating, her name was, I'll say her first name, not her last name, because, you know, I don't want to get a kill, but her name was Sang-hee. Sang-hee. We were in Korea, so, yeah. Sang-hee was Chinese and Korean mixed. Beautiful girl, cool personality. She could speak Korean, and then she could speak Mandarin. The Chinese language, she could speak that as well. Mandarin. Did I say it right? And she could speak English along with a few other languages. So I thought that was like really impressive or whatever. And she was going through a dark period in her life as well due to some domestic violence that she was dealing with her spouse. I know. Like what would give me the right to decide that, hey, you know what, Kyle? Maybe you should dive in there and save her. But like I said, she came to me. She was a beautiful girl, smart girl. I actually, no, not loved. I liked her a lot. But there was one thing I couldn't get with. There was one thing I did not like about Sang-hee. And if you're listening to this day, baby, I'm here to let you know that your breath smells like ass. That's right. She had kimchi breath. I don't know if you ever smelled anybody with kimchi breath, but that shit will clear a whole goddamn room, okay? You don't know what kimchi is? Just imagine cabbage. Rotten cabbage inside of a pot. They put it in the ground and they ferment it. And then they pull it out of the ground after however long. I don't know how long they fermented, but it smells like it smells like ass. All right, it smells like the inside of somebody. It smells like somebody spread their booty cheeks and they got an oscillating fan. That's what her breath would smell like. And, you know, we would have adulterous sex and she would try to kiss me after the fact. And I'm like, baby, you know, like, please. I told her once, I was like, listen, like, please don't, you know, please. I try to play it off. I was like, you know, I kind of already feel bad about what we're doing. Considering the status of our considering our marital status, you know, you being married, I'm married. It's already bad enough, but please, like, you know, don't kiss me. I don't want an emotional connection. You know, that's what I told her. But the truth was, like, whew, you get it. So, but yeah, we broke up and everything. Okay, all right, peace.